Hello and welcome to the Hardison Cochran podcast. I'm your host, Bill Campbell. Today is episode number 5 of the Team Autism North Carolina podcast series. This week, we talked to Nancy Popkin, an autism resource specialist at the Autism Society of North Carolina. The interview with Nancy covers what you need to know about autism and the school years. If you want to learn more about the partnership between Hardison and Cochran and the Autism Society of North Carolina, just go to teamautismnc.com and you can read all about it there, and you can even join the team. We got a couple more weeks left in the season, and this runs during the college football season, but still get in. Even though it's a little late, you can still get in, and we're going to do this again next year, so you'll be on the team the start of the 2018 season. So go check that out. Now here's the interview. Nancy, what is the biggest problem children with autism face when attending school?
So I think because autism is a spectrum, we see different challenges with different kids. I think the biggest problem that we're seeing is the understanding of autism and how to work with individuals with autism across the spectrum amongst school staff. So we may have special education teachers who are really well versed in autism, and that's their specific training. But most special education teachers don't have that sort of specific training. And 2/3 of kids with autism are often in regular education classrooms, and regular education teachers do not necessarily have that experience with students with autism. So that's actually a huge challenge, because it does take a degree of expertise and understanding to work with an individual with autism.
Yeah, what actions can be taken during school to make it more enjoyable and productive for the child?
Individuals with autism tend to do really well with a good amount of structure, especially if that is provided in a visual manner. So, when we want them to be productive, we need to make sure that their work is presented to them in a format that they can understand and process, and that doesn't overwhelm them. So sometimes we have to break up assignments into more steps or chunks, so that they can tackle one of those at a time instead of looking at the whole assignment and being overwhelmed by it. So those are things that can help with productivity. But as far as enjoyable, I think it's really important to know that, we incorporate things that they like into their everyday, whether it's giving them an opportunity to take a break and engage in something they enjoy, or in actually incorporating a special interest, for instance, into an assignment when possible. That can certainly be beneficial. And then I think it's also important that we're supporting their peers in learning out how to interact with them in meaningful ways. I think there's an expectation that individuals with autism don't want to interact with their peers. But for a lot of them, they enjoy the company of their classmates and would love to be included in more meaningful ways. And sometimes we need to teach kids how to do that.
Okay, and moving on to the Autism Society of North Carolina specifically, what y'all do and the resources you have. What do you have that could help not only parents, but professionals and teachers who are in these school settings?
So we actually do a lot in this area. The autism resource specialists, all of us across the state, because we are all parents of children with autism, we actually do, I think, a really good job supporting other parents with the school advocacy piece. So we do encourage parents, if they're having questions or concerns, to give us a call and turn to their autism resource specialist for some guidance. Sometimes it's a matter of just giving you some ideas to bring to the school. Sometimes we might review an IEP with you. There are times when we can even attend a meeting with a parent. So, a wide range of support from the autism resource specialists. But we can't get to everybody's meetings, and we do get tons of calls. So we have other resources on our website. In particular, we have a whole bunch of toolkits, and one of them, actually two of them, are on the IEP process. One is called the IEP Toolkit, and the other is called Behavior and the IEP. And then we offer workshops at our various regional offices and online webinars. We actually have some pre-recorded online webinars, and two of them are on IEP and school issues. So those are all resources that we have available, and workshops and webinars are available for teachers as well. Our clinical department, as well as some of the autism resource specialists, are available for training within the school system. So they can bring us in for professional development and do workshops.
Okay, and if a teacher or a parent had any questions about anything you all offer, where would they get more information about that?
So all of that information, as well as our contact information, can be found easily on our website, www.autismsociety, and then a small -nc.org.